I'm looking at MindMed, and MindMed did their IPO last week and did their IPO, and I think they came out around 30 cents, but the stock really skyrocketed after the IPO. Hey, how you doing, Steven? Thank you for the feedback. Can you hear me now? So the stock really kind of skyrocketed. It went up 85% day one, and then it's kind of come back down. It's starting to find a floor. So I'd love to know what you think about this company. Do you think now is the time to get into MindMed? MMED in Canada, MMEDF in America. Do you think it goes lower before it goes higher? If so, how low do you think it goes? We've seen them as high in America as 74 cents last week. We've seen them as low as 8 cents, and they finished the week off at 40 cents last week. Now, if you guys are watching what's going on in the market, you know that the market right now is absolutely crashing, and pre-market, all we see is red. So there's a lot of red today, so be careful. I'm not suggesting you go out there and you run and buy anything. I'm just saying that this could be a company that has potential. This could be a company that has a future. This could be a company that could be a big winner, and I'd love to know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Yesterday I did a video and I told you guys about INO, and INO is up big pre-market. So I love to identify winners first. I also brought you AGN yesterday before the market opened. They are up pre-market. So we've had a pretty good success ratio with bringing you winners before they explode. And I brought you MindMed. They exploded, and then they came back down to earth. I believe that they may position themselves for another big run up here pretty soon. Now, however, the markets are bleeding heavily today. There's a lot of selling pressure. I'm not suggesting you go out and you buy it immediately, but I do believe that this is a company that has a future. So let's take a look at the path to commercial value. We envision two categories of psychedelic inspired medicines: non-hallucinogenic medicines derived from psychedelics, 0 to negligible hallucination effect, doctor prescribe, doctor prescription, pharmacy pickup, take home. So this is where they want to be. Hallucinogenic therapies, a dose of generic psychedelics which causes a hallucinogenic experience, direct supervision by therapist and doctor, in clinic treatment only. So this is where they believe that they're going to go. Yeah, I think it could take some time. The key here is for us to find the bottom. If you want to get into a company that's still cheap, that's just getting started, starting to make a name for themselves, this could be the one. This could be one of the ones. So love to know what you guys think about MindMed. Once again, MMED in Canada, MMEDF in America, and we will be watching it as the market goes live. So we are live, and we will be watching it as the market goes live, as well as everything else in the market. And pre-market, we are looking pretty ugly right now. Like really ugly. It's an ugly day out there, guys, and be very careful. There's a lot of red out there today. As you can see, the Dow Jones is down a huge amount. S&P 500 is down a huge amount. The NASDAQ is down a huge amount. Gold is up. Silver's down. And I know oil is down big. So, going to be a very, very, very scary day out there. But hopefully you've been watching Rich TV Live and you've been following some of our picks, because a lot of the picks that we've been talking about are up pre-market. INO is up pre-market. Sona is up pre-market. Pretty much all the coronavirus stocks that we've been talking about, AGN, which I talked to you guys about yesterday, is up pre-market. AGNPF is up pre-market. Pretty much everything that we've been talking about is up pre-market. Pretty much everything. Let's see here. Lots of pre-market. And what's really up pre-market are the VIX. All the VIX positions are up big pre-market. Neurosis says Dow going to end up down 3,000 points by 4 p.m. That is a very scary thought. That's not exciting at all. Let's see here. I'm actually, while I'm showing you guys this, I'm also looking at the markets pre-market because there's a lot of movement. Wow. SPEX is up huge pre-market. Unbelievable. SPEX at $3.44. Unbelievable. INO at $18.51 pre-market. Absolutely unbelievable. Huge moves happening right now pre-market. Massive moves. Massive moves happening pre-market right now. I got a couple pre-market orders I'm just going to change. Let's see if I can do that. I'm actually trying to buy Algernon Pharmaceuticals. Just got a bid up right now, and I'm watching it very closely pre-market because the market will be opening in about 10 minutes. So I will be watching that very closely, as well as MindMed and everything else in the market today that is moving. But what is really moving right now pre-market is SPEX. It is screaming pre-market. So is everything that's VIX related, VIX, VIXY, and VIXM, all up huge pre-market. Huge. So this is the competitive landscape right now for MindMed. MindMed is establishing itself as an industry leader in clinical development of psychedelics. Now remember, I told you guys that Bruce Linton is involved in this deal. AGN. Yeah. Algernon Pharmaceuticals. It's up pre-market right now. It's up pre-market. It's at 16.5 cents.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to buy it pre-market.
What does that mean?
Trying to buy it, like I'm bidding for it.
Okay.
Algernon Pharmaceuticals, AGN.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So there are some stocks that are really flying this morning. Most of the stocks are down. So we are going to have a very bloody day. A lot of this is due to the oil war that's happening right now between Saudi Arabia and Russia. And a lot of it is due to the fact that the coronavirus continues to spread. So medicine like this is vital as we go into a world where we need more solutions for problems. And MindMed is establishing itself as an industry leader in clinical development of psychedelics. MindMed has a strong lead position in non-hallucinogenic category, first mover in microdosing phase 2 trial, advanced first mover in addiction, which targets pleasure center of the brain, non-hallucinogenic ADHD, LSD MindMed phase 2 ADHD, addiction 18-MC MindMed phase 1B, 2, opioid withdrawal and use disorder. So it could be absolutely huge for opioid withdrawal and use disorder because opioid is such a dangerous drug. Yeah, I think AGN's already up pre-market. It's at 16.5 cents. Neurosis says, gotta give props to Rich for seeing early on just how impactful the coronavirus COVID-19 really was going to be. Man, I just, when I saw the president of China come out and he looked scared, I knew something was up. And that was not cool for me. So, yeah, I didn't want to be right about it, but unfortunately I had a feeling that this was going to be very serious. And clearly it has been. And it's had a major effect on the markets, and I believe it will continue to. As you could see, the markets are just absolutely cratering pre-market. Gold is up, but everything else is down and down big. Really big. So the question is, who is going to benefit from this? How do you benefit from this? How do you protect yourself from this collapse in the market? Yes, SPEX is up massive. Pre-market, congratulations to everyone who took advantage of SPEX, but this move is still going for SPEX. They are still going. So MindMed is establishing itself in an industry leader in clinical development of psychedelics. Want to know what you guys think about MindMed? Do you like MindMed? Are you buying MindMed? Are you waiting for it to dip further? Do you think it goes lower? Do you think it goes higher? What do you think about MindMed? Once again, Bruce Linton, huge in the cannabis industry, is on the board of MindMed, and Kevin O'Leary, Dragon's Den, huge Canadian entrepreneur, very well known worldwide, is an early investor in MindMed. My question is, do you like MindMed? Is this a winner? Do you think it goes higher? Love to know what you guys think. Please, guys, comment down below. Share your opinions. I'd love to know what you guys think. Wow. Some crazy movement pre-market I'm looking at right now. Crazy, crazy, crazy pre-market movement. Wow. SPEX is absolutely screaming pre-market. Unbelievable movement by SPEX. And INO screaming pre-market, now at $19 on the offer. Pre-market, INO is going absolutely bonkers, which I told you guys yesterday. Wasn't I live talking about INO yesterday? Okay, so Esketamine established precedent for psychedelic inspired medicines for CNS disorders. Large and defendable revenue upside as FDA approved medicine. 1.75 billion USD in global peak sales by 2024 are the consensus forecasts. Approved psychedelic by FDA treatment-resistant depression. Large and defendable revenue upside as FDA approved medicine, 1.75 billion USD in global peak sales by 2024 consensus forecast. So huge opportunity and upside long term for this type of drug. Disruption, ready markets for psychedelic inspired medicines. Addiction, substance use disorders 20.3 million. Alcohol use disorder 14.4 million. Nicotine addiction 33 million. ADHD, adult ADHD 19.9 million. Anxiety disorders 40 million, which is 1 in 5 Americans. Wow. That's a staggering number. Everybody's getting hammered. The only thing that isn't getting hammered right now are coronavirus stocks. Everybody else is getting hammered. There's very few companies that will be going up today except for coronavirus stocks. And coronavirus stocks are screaming. So INO, SPEX, AGN, and all the other coronavirus stocks that we've been talking about are on full alert. Everything else is going to sell off heavily because the markets are deeply under pressure. Deeply under pressure. Substance addiction is a high unmet medical need that deserves a new approach. 20.3 million Americans with substance abuse disorder. Current treatment do not address mechanisms of addiction. Substitution therapy acts like a nicotine patch, addictive properties, low efficiency, high relapse. Addiction is a disease of the brain. All addiction substances result in dysregulation of dopamine reward pathway. Brain images showing decreased dopamine 2 receptors in the brain of a person addicted to cocaine versus non-drug user. Okay, we're about to open the markets here, folks. Just gonna quickly check to see what's going on. The markets are about to open, and get ready for a bloody, bloody, bloody day. Oh my God, AGN is already up. Damn! Damn! Damn, damn, damn. Damn. Wow. SPEX is going bonkers. Oh my goodness. SPEX is going bonkers, up 179% pre-market. My other pick, AGN, is up massive pre-market. AGN is screaming, by the way. Oh my god. Exactly as I predicted. I don't know if I'll be able to buy any right now, but it's going absolutely bonkers. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. AGN is flying pre-market. MedMed is down pre-market. MindMed. MindMed is down pre-market right now. Oh my god, SPEX is up 211% right now. It's absolutely screaming. SPEX is absolutely screaming. AGN is also screaming. MMED, I'm live. Go around. MMED is down 10% right now pre-market. So the market is absolutely going crazy. Algernon Pharmaceuticals is on the bid at 20 cents. The offer is at 21 cents. It's already up 40% since I did my video, and SPEX is screaming up 211% pre-market. MMED is down 10% pre-market right now. So that's what's going on with the markets. MindMed taking it on the chin. MindMed now, wow, AGN is now at 22 cents. AGN is just screaming. SPEX is now halted, and MindMed is down 15% at 45 cents right now. Unbelievable moves in the market. Pre-market here, all kinds of crazy movements happening. This is just nuts. Just nuts right now. Crazy market right now, guys. Absolutely crazy market right now. Crazy, crazy, crazy market happening right now. And we're going to continue to watch it and follow it as it happens. So you can see here that substance addiction is a high unmet medical need that deserves a new approach. 20.3 million Americans with substance and abuse disorder. Current treatment do not address mechanism of addiction. Substitution therapy acts like a nicotine patch, addictive properties, low efficiency, and high relapse. Addiction is a disease of the brain. All addictive substances result in dysregulation of dopamine reward pathway. So you could see that your brain with non-drug users and with a cocaine abuser. Brain images showing decreased dopamine 2 receptors in the brain of a person addicted to cocaine versus a non-drug user. So what are the new solutions needed to solve the opioid crisis? The opioid crisis costs the US economy $500 billion USD a year. Example is Suboxone. Opioid use disorder population overview: 1.8 million OUD sufferers. 0.5 million patients treated for OUD, 90% failure rate of unsuccessful outcomes after Suboxone taper after a 12-week treatment. If we're just substituting one opioid for another, we're not moving the dial much. Tom Price, former U.S. Secretary. The opioid crisis has already bankrupted 2 pharma companies. Patients and pharma companies need an effective treatment solution urgently. Markets are going crazy right now. Markets are going absolutely bonkers right now. Absolutely bonkers. Wow. How you guys like my pick? Allergan Pharmaceuticals. I want to give a shout out to Dylan Fraser for this pick. Great pick, Dylan. You are a scholar, my friend. Amazing pick. Absolutely amazing pick. Now, MMED, Mind Medicine, careful. It is going down. It is down 18% pre-market, so please be careful with it. Please be careful with this pick. It is very risky right now. The entire market is selling off right now, so please be very, very careful. Wow. The entire market is selling off except for coronavirus stocks, which just happen to be going bonkers as we speak. They're absolutely going bonkers as we speak. SPEX has officially been halted. Trading has been halted now on SPEX. Trading is also halted on TNXP, and trading has been halted on INO. Trading has been halted on the VIXM. Trading has been halted on the VIXY, and trading has been halted on the VIIX. So, crazy day. Circuit breakers are breaking and collapsing everywhere, and trading is halting everywhere. These markets are absolutely bonkers right now. Literally going nuts. AGN, a pick I brought you guys yesterday, is screaming up. Unbelievable. MMED currently down 16% at 44 cents. So the question is, where is the entry for us? Where do we get in as investors? What do you guys think would be a good entry? Love to know what you guys think. Now, 18-MC Transformational Approach to Addiction based on the psychedelic Ibogaine, targeting dopamine fluctuations to reduce drug cravings. Ibogaine, psychedelic substance. Study shows 50% of opioid addicts are opioid-free 4 weeks after withdrawal. 18-MC synthetic analog of Ibogaine normalizes dopamine levels, modulates rewarding effects, protects against cue-induced relapse, potential for broad applicability across all addictive substances. Ibogaine has drawbacks, cardiac toxicity risk, long, daunting, hallucinogenic experience, non-psychoactive agent, non-hallucinogenic, neuro, and cardio safe. 18-MC addresses addiction as brain disease. Opioid addiction alters the brain reward pathway to crave and release more dopamine, which creates a high. Repeated opioid use, you can see addiction and suboxone methadone treatment. And 18-MC will keep dopamine levels in normal range without ongoing addiction. So as you can see how it affects the brain. Now, opioid addiction is a terrible, terrible addiction. I've had friends that have had this addiction, and it was costing them everything financially, and they couldn't get away from it. It's just a terrible, terrible addiction. I don't know how anybody could prescribe this to somebody. Opioid addiction, when 18-MC is given, opioid-addicted animals consume less opioids. 18-MC reduces drug self-administration. This is a huge need, and this is where I see a huge opportunity long-term for investors. Water, as you can see, and the morphine, positive dose response prove that the higher the dose of 18-MC, the less opioids are consumed. Let's see the effects of the 18-MC on opioid withdrawal signs. 18-MC reduces the intensity of several signs of morphine withdrawal, as you can see in these charts. Past investments and new FDA incentives. Previous work, new FDA incentives, and opioid crisis urgency allows for expedited path to approval. Preclinical and phase 1 completed, 11 million USD spent developing 18-MC by Savant HWP Inc. 6.8 million USD through NIDA. 18-MC was acquired from Savant by MindMed during formation of MindMed. Savant's team of clinical researchers and drug development experts have joined MindMed's founding team. New FDA incentives for opioid treatments, faster FDA review and potential approval, April 2018. Accelerated approval, breakthrough designation for development of treatments for opioid use disorders. FDA lowered threshold for approval, August 2018. New endpoints, fewer occasions per day rather than total abstinence. Opioid withdrawal symptoms, seek conditional approval, phase 2 only. Opioid use disorder, OUD, phase 3 pivotal. A new drug that prevents addiction versus treating existing addiction would qualify for breakthrough therapy designation and would receive a high level of attention from the agency's reviewers. This is why I believe MindMed long term has an amazing future, despite the fact that right now they're actually going down. Just look at some of your messages. Sonny Robinson says, get money and buy in a few months' time to get rich. Sonny Robinson says, hope you're wearing your helmet for this crash. Neurosis says, down 7%, 15-minute halt in place. Next circuit breaker kicks in at 13%. If it hits 20%, the market will shut down for the remainder of the entire day. Wow. Yeah, that's just scary. That's just brutal. So 18-MC, concrete path to value market. Phase 1B, 2 plan intends to expedite time to market. Previous work completed, preclinical, US 6.8 million, NIDA grant, funded preclinical work, results IND filled, FDA, as effective as Ibogaine as anti-addictive molecule. Produced drug product, animal studies, PK studies, toxicology studies in monkeys, and cardiac toxicology in monkeys. Phase 1, so what they're going to be doing, this is their testing, 14 patients of a single dose, results safe in humans, no cardiac toxicity in humans, non-hallucinogenic, higher blood levels, higher absorption. And then in phase 1B, they're going to have 30 to 50 patients, long-term dosing, conducting short phase. 1B allows us to shorten the phase 2 study in opioid withdrawal. Value drivers, 28-day dosing readies, expedites phase 2 in opioid withdrawal for quicker potential approval. That's in Q2 of 2020. And then phase 2 of 2020 is the value drivers, 150 patients, prove efficiency of 18-MC in opioid withdrawal. Long-term dosing will leverage FDA urgency for opioid withdrawal solution for an expedited conditional approval. 2020 to 2021 to 2022, opioid use disorder phase 2, value drivers, 225 patients, proving efficiency of 18-MC for opioid dependence, long-term dosing. Phase 3, pivotal study, 350 patients, further proving efficiency of 18-MC for opioid dependence, long-term dosing, and eventually in 2022 to 2023, FDA approval. 2021 to 2022, conditional approval, conduct, phase 3 once on market. So we're still a few years away from FDA approval, but these are the early days where if we get in, we have a chance to win big. And as you can see, it is down right now. So my question is, do you think this is a buying opportunity or do you think it goes lower from here? Obviously, everything is down right now. So MindMed is not the only one, but they're down and a lot of the market's down right now and selling off. Mind Medicine currently at, let's see here. I'm going to tell you guys the most up-to-date price. MindMed has been halted. It is down 19.8%, and it's at 42.5 cents, and now they have been halted. SPEX has also been halted. Algernon Pharmaceuticals, which I gave you guys yesterday, is up 33% right now. The VIX, VIIX, is halted. The VIXY is halted. The VIXM is halted. INO is halted. TNXP is halted. I mean, these markets are crazy right now. Absolutely crazy markets right now. Just bonkers. Wow. Stocks down everywhere. Stocks halted everywhere. I'm just seeing stocks halted all over the place, guys. What do you guys see? I see stocks halted everywhere. Neurosis says, time to invest in Jack Daniels and toilet paper. Reefer Owl Joint says, so happy Monday? Probably not. Not really a happy Monday unless you're shorting the markets or buying certain specific coronavirus stocks. I mean, these markets are bloodshed. Just bloodshed everywhere. The circuit breaker has been tripped on the S&P 500 because, wow, the Dow Jones is down 1,800 points or 7%, a massive drop. Massive drop. One of the biggest drops I've ever seen. This is probably the biggest drop I've seen since the financial crisis. This is absolutely brutal to see a drop like this. Gold's going up, so something's up. Oil's down to $32. Global Dow's down. Nasdaq's down. S&P 500's down. And the Dow 30 is down. Wow, the Dow's down almost 2,000 points. We're now down 1,944 points. It's just tanking. People are going to need some mind medicine after a day like today. Oh my goodness. So large revenue potential in opioid addiction. Treatments that are not highly effective still generate huge annual revenues. Methadone, dalorphine, methadose, naltrexone, Vivitrol. So you could see 3.8 billion USD in total sales for a whole bunch of products that are not even effective. So disruptive medicines achieve significant market share 5 years post-launch. Crowded, 4 to 7 incumbents, 27.3%. Tecfidera, 20.9%. Otezla, up, which is 21.7%. Lantus, which is 32.3%. Stellara, 29%. And Fosamax is 32.7%. Uncrowded, 1 to 2 incumbents, 53.3%. Cinryze, 46.5%. Eylea, 48.6%. Misura, 55.6%. And Zemplar, 62.5%. So, what is the microdosing program, you ask? Microdosing. Growing wellness trend through illegal non-medical self-administration. Under pressure, Silicon Valley workers turn to LSD microdosing. What you get is the best parts of Adderall with none of the side effects. Software engineers, biologists, and mathematicians say that it induces a flow state, aids lateral thinking, and encourages more empathetic interpersonal relations. Extensive anecdotal evidence suggests psilocybin and LSD microdosing may increase focus, decrease anxiety, increase creativity, and improve mood. Sub-perceptual, non-hallucinogenic, high-dose 100 UG LSD causes a hallucinogenic experience. Microdose 10 to 25 UG LSD. Unproven data, limited rigorous science, and clinical trials. What's the opportunity? Transition a fast-growing illegal self-medication trend to an FDA medicine. Microdosing, illegal recreational non-clinical trend, widespread usage in Silicon Valley. Millennials seek ways to get off ADHD, stimulants, meds, Ritalin, and Adderall. Illegal and self-prescribed usage, no medical supervision or support in clinical data. Transition to FDA medicines. How do we achieve this? So this is where MindMed really steps in to make a major difference. And that's why I think that these guys, regardless of their price, because obviously they're down big right now, as you could see, everything's down for the most part, but my medicine's down big, as you could see. But what about the technology? What about the technology? Despite the fact that they're down, which could be a buying opportunity, what about the technology? So how does MindMed achieve this? Abuse deterrent formulations IP. MindMed developing IP that enables LSD, psilocybin, microdoses to be taken home. FDA clinical trials. MindMed will conduct FDA clinical trials performed with rigorous science, enabling clear regulatory pathway. FDA approved medicines, LSD micro, psilocybin micro, doctor prescription, and pharmacy pickup and take home. This is the opportunity. I think the opportunity is great. Yeah, it might take some time. There may be some ups and downs along the way, but I think that there's going to be a huge opportunity for this company. What do you guys think? Reefer Aljoin says, here we go again. Happy 11th birthday, quantitative easing. Reefer Aljoin says, oil at 30, layoffs begin. Oil rigs, pipes, guys, and whole towns will shut down. Economically, disaster coming. Yeah, I mean, between the oil war and the coronavirus, this is definitely a very, very scary time for investors. ADHD with 70% of sufferers untreated, disruptive therapies needed. Adult ADHD population overview. 19 million ADHD adult sufferers, 7.4% of 18 plus population, 5.5 million treated for adult ADHD. ADHD market is dominated by stimulus. And you can read what all these stimulus are. And there's a 12.1 billion ex-factory sales and 77 million scripts. So, advancing an LSD microdosing program for ADHD. First ever commercial phase 2 drug trial testing, increase of focus of microdosing LSD, preclinical, phase 1, no need for phase 1 trial, acquiring access to toxicology and safety data from a partner institution. Progress to date, secured drug product for trial, principal investigator signed, protocol development underway, research facility identified. So guys, this is still early for MindMed. This IPO just launched last week. So obviously they're going down right now. The markets are crashing. As you could see, everything is crashing, including MindMed. So just be careful, guys, in a market like this, okay? Be very, very careful in a market like this because as you could see, this is one of the worst red days I've ever seen in the markets in my life. So please be careful. There's a lot of markets crashing. Like everything is crashing, including Bitcoin. Almost everything is red today. So please be careful. Phase 2 study in adult ADHD begins mid-2020, which right around the corner. 75 patients, long-term dosing, 3-month study duration, dosing every 4 days. 3-arm randomized study, placebo, sugar, middle dose 12.5 UG, high dose 25 UG. Endpoints, ADHD, increased focus, psychiatric evaluations, potential outcome, value driver, prove efficiency of LSD microdose increases focus in ADHD patients, readies for larger, multi-site phase 3 study, long-term dosing efficiency. Phase 3, multi-site study. IP pipeline assembly. Recent patent filing for 18-MC expected to provide patent protection for 20 years. 18-MC for treatment of substance use disorders. Provisional application, as you can see here, filed October 1st, 2019, based on surprising and unexpected results from first-in-human clinical study. Microdosing of psychedelic compounds, exclusively licensing an extensive portfolio of human data from existing and future human studies pertaining to the microdosing of psychedelic compounds. Tamper-resistant formulations, IP which enables psychedelic-derived drugs to be taken home, to be fulfilled based on proprietary technology to reduce the abuse potential of solid and liquid pharmaceutical formulations. MindMed will further assemble its pipeline and IP portfolio through co-development agreements, in licensing with leading academic research institutions of existing and new clinical research in psychedelics, proprietary clinical trials with new psychedelics. Potential catalysts. Critical milestones accelerating over the next 12 months. Past execution. Formation of MindMed Private Co. June 2019, which is MindMed here, as you can see, Mind Medicine Inc. Let's see if they're still halted. Yeah, they're down 19% as we speak. So as you can see, they had a big run up, and now they're going back down to earth. Now the question is, will they have another run up, or will they continue to go down and create more of a buying opportunity for us? I really like this company. I like what I read. I like what I see. The price, though, has come down a lot. The question is this a buying opportunity, or will this go down further? As you can see, the markets have been crashing today. They seem to be coming back a little bit, but they're still down so far that it is alarming. So please be very careful in a market like this. Activation of 18-MC addiction medicine program in July 2019. US $6.2 million non-brokered financing, September 2019. Executed LOI for strategic ADHD LSD microdosing program, September 2019. Announced definitive arrangement for RTO and path to liquidity, October 2019. Strengthened enterprise capabilities, including strategic investors Bruce Linton, Kevin O'Leary, and James Bailey. Those three big strategic investors that have some really big, rich friends, don't you guys think? 12-month milestones. 18-MC is addiction medicine. Complete Phase 1B 2020. Phase 2, first patient enrolled in 2020. Microdose LSD in ADHD. Phase 2, first patient enrolled 2020. Corporate development, complete RTO and transition to MindMed Pubco Q1 2020, where we're at right now. Announce additional psychedelic program LOIs, definitive agreements with neurology and psychiatry programs. I really like this company. I like what I'm reading. The key for us as investors is we need to find the bottom before this makes a big run up, because as they go through their clinical trials, as they go through their phases, I could see the stock going higher. But the reality is we're still so early that there's going to be some volatility. That's going to create an opportunity for investors. So as you can see, 18-MC in the area of research of opioid withdrawal treatment is in the 2020 Phase 2 initiation, which is the next anticipated milestone. Right now, it's in Phase 1. Phase 2 is coming. 18-MC is also in the area of research of opioid use disorder, OUD, which is currently in Phase 1, and in 2021 will be in Phase 3 initiation. And microdose LSD is an adult ADHD area of research, adult ADHD, currently in phase 1, moving to phase 2 in 2020, right around the corner here, phase 2 initiation. MindMed intends to further grow its pipeline of non-hallucinogenic and hallucinogenic drug candidates over the next 6 to 12 months. So these are the funding inflection points demonstrating efficiency in humans. So you can see the breakdown in clinical safety, opioid withdrawal, opioid dependence in the 18-MC, and you can see the LSD microdosing program, clinical safety, and ADHD. Now looking at their 2020 budget, the 12-month budget and capital needs, cash reserves of 6.7 million USD, and you can see what they are used for right there. And pre-public financing, currently raising up to 11.3 million USD before the go public transaction. 4.69 million USD has been raised in tranche 1, which closed in December. Tranche 2 will be closed in February before the go public transaction. Offering private placement of 454,546 Class D shares of the company. Issue price at 25 cents USD per share. So as you can see, early investors are still up. Early investors are still up. That's a fact. So the early investors are still up based on what they got in at. The question is, how low will it go? And at what point will it be a buying opportunity for us? So valuation, pre-money enterprise value of 38 million USD. So this breaks down their share structure. This breaks down their listing on the Canadian exchange. They actually listed on the NEO exchange. And they did an RTO of Broadway Gold Mining Inc. And you can see the team here. Psychedelics Inspired Medicines, MindMed is building a market leader. So you can see here, through psychedelic inspired medicines, MindMed has the potential to treat the most challenging and damaging mental health issues of our time. This is James Bailey, Bale Capital, MindMed investor. And Bruce LINTON joined MindMed as a strategic investor and board member. There's probably untapped value, which will only go to the people who are at the beginning and bold. Foresees a similar run for psychedelics as cannabis, but doesn't propose that they also become social or recreational products. MindMed wants to stay medical. I really like that. Their focus is medical, which means they could eventually get bought out or partner up with Big Pharma, which could be huge. Kevin O'Leary, Dragon's Den, huge, very wealthy investor. Psychedelics will attract institutional capital. Kevin O'Leary says, I invested in MindMed because they are approaching psychedelics through rigorous science and FDA trials. The psychedelic space is vastly different than cannabis, and legalized recreational use will never happen. Psychedelics need to be approved as FDA drugs. What do you guys think? These are some really big players, and we're talking about a stock that right now is at 31 cents in America. And where are we at in Canada? Let's see. 41 cents in Canada right now, despite the fact that there are some huge Canadian and American and global investors in this company. So the question is, how low does it go, and when do we buy it? And are you interested in buying it? And if so, at what price? That's really the question that I have for you guys, because I really like this company. I love the technology. And I always say, guys, buy in the red and sell in the green. So MindMed is in the red, but it's been in the red now this is the third day. Will this continue? It could. Please be careful. Will it go higher? Will it go lower? I think long term it goes way higher. Short term, it may go lower, but long term, I think it goes way higher. So MindMed is gaining recognition. Recent press coverage on MindMed. Next big space in the pharmaceutical sector, next generation psychedelic inspired medicines on investing.com. Wired said, a derivative of Ibogaine with similar effects on withdrawal and craving, but without the cardiotoxicity or strange visions. He's pretty sure he found it. MindMed just raised $6.2 million in a bid to make psychedelics without their characteristics hallucinogenic qualities. Business Insider. Addiction Professional says company will test psychedelics for treatment of opioid addiction. And opioid addiction is deadly. And Double Blind says this company is developing a drug based on Ibogaine for the opioid crisis. Once again, you can see the executive team. And stay tuned. I did interview the CEO. We are editing the video and we will be publishing it soon. So you could see the team and the board of directors. As you can see, Bruce Linton, J.R. Ron, and the scientific advisory board. What do you guys think about MindMed? Do you like this company? Do you dislike this company? Do you think this company will be a big winner? Let's go to their website. Yeah, the stock market is definitely getting crushed. So they did raise $24 million initially. So this is some of their news. So love to know what you guys think about this company. But the market's starting to come back, thank goodness, from the dead. Gold is actually down. Oil is coming back from where it was. It went as low as 27. It's back to 33. Gold is at 1670. Global Dow is down 6%. Nasdaq's down 5%. S&P 500 down 5%. And the Dow down 5%. Now down 1,400 points. It was down almost 2,000 points at one time. Peter B says, making a killing on the way down and on the way up. It's a crazy market, guys. It's absolutely crazy market right now. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to think, and I don't know what to say right now. All I know is when I look, circuit breakers are crashing, stocks are halting all over the place. We're having a crazy day. Love to know what you guys think. Comment down below. Share this video everywhere. Do you guys like MindMed? Do you think it's too low? Do you think it's too high? Do you think it goes lower? Do you think it goes higher? Mind Medicine Inc. Huge players involved in this company. Bruce Linton's involved. Kevin O'Leary's involved. But despite that, the stock keeps going lower. What do you guys think? At what point in time do you think this will be a buy? It's definitely going down right now, so be careful. However, I love to buy in the red and sell in the green. Could this be signaling a buying opportunity? Love to know what you guys think. Frontline DIY says, wake up this morning, up 7K recent trade. Mind is blown. Just wanted to share my excitement. Hey, I'm happy for you, man. So thank you guys for your time. If you're not winning, you're not watching, we bring in the winners and we bring them to you first. MindMed, what do you think about this? If you like this video, smash the like button, share it everywhere, comment down below. Mind Medicine Inc. I think it has a chance to be a big winner, despite the fact that it's down 24% right now, which I love to talk to you guys about stocks when they're in the red and they've got breakthrough technology, because that could be a buying opportunity. However, the markets are crashing and bleeding heavily, So I'm not going to go run and buy anything right now, and I would suggest you do the same because we have no clue where these markets are going to go because these markets are highly volatile right now and they're just so risky. So please be careful. Probably the smartest thing right now to do is stay in cash. Cash is king. Look for the best. Buy the dips if you can. But who knows? Tomorrow the market might be red again. We don't know. So this might continue, or it might be an amazing buying opportunity and everything might explode. I'm not sure right now because these markets are so volatile. It's very, very difficult to predict where anything's going to go. Okay? But what I can do is I can do the research, I can watch the markets and try to identify the best at the best prices. And this looks like a company that has a great future. However, as you can see, they went up big and now they've come all the way back down. So at some point, they will find a bottom and they will come back up. The question is, where is the bottom? Love to know what you guys think. Comment down below. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. We've been live for an hour talking about mind medicine, breaking you down the market, telling you what's going on pre-market, telling you what's going on during the market, and I'm going to do some more research. Stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. Please be careful out there. It's very bloody. It's a big red day. Please be careful out there. Invest with caution. Stay in cash. Cash is king. Your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. Bring you mind medicine. Company I think has a lot of potential. Love to know what you guys think. It's down big today, but will it go up? Is this the bottom? Is this a buying opportunity? Or will it go lower? Love to know what you guys think. I am a shareholder, and I'll let you guys know if I'll buy any other shares. I do have 1,100 shares, just a small position. Thinking about buying some more.